Talk about what we're going to cover today. So the first thing we're going to cover is we're going to talk about, is there a way we can adjust the sharpness on here, or the brightness, bring that down? Can you adjust the presenter, like the focus on the... Well, what you can't see is we're going to cover the new camera and the lineup and how this looks across the board from our entry-level Hero all the way to the Hero 4 Black version. Followed by that, on the Hero 4 Black and on our camera lineup, there's over 150 different capture settings that are available on some of our cameras, and that can be very overwhelming and very intimidating to an average user. Maybe someone that's never even used a camera at all. Maybe the iPhone is the only camera they've ever had experience with. And so we're going to give you guys some tips and tricks so that when you're using your camera, you're helping talk to your consumers at your stores, that they have a great way of understanding how to get great photos and videos and really maximize the benefits of our camera. From there, man, one of the greatest things that a GoPro enables is the perspectives. You can mount this thing anywhere, and especially with the new Hero 4 session, in places that have never been possible for. And we'll talk about all the great ways to mount the camera, some of the new mounts and accessories that are going to enable you guys to get some really rad perspectives. And then from there, we'll talk about how we take this social. How do we share our footage with our friends, our family, so that we can create that inspiration for new ways to use the camera, different ways to go out there and capture your memories. And from there, how are you guys going to help share this training information with your staffs on the floor, and ultimately provide a great way for our consumers to have a really great experience when they come into your retail stores or look to pick one up and go out and use it. Thank you for adjusting that. That's insane. So, first thing guys, one thing is if you guys ever have questions, you guys are curious about feeds and speeds, tech specs of this session versus a Hero 4 Silver, you're looking at all the different accessories and the mounts. We are launching a brand new training app that will be available on all iOS, both tablets, so both iPad and iPhone, as well as all Android devices. It will be available in 10 languages, and this will be coming in the next couple weeks. So we launch officially in the US and most of the rest of the world on 7/12, and so this should be coming either on 7/12 or within a week or two, but before the end of the month. You can just go on, you just search GP Training in the iOS or the Google Play Store, and then you can download the app so that you can really, on the floor, it's a virtual cheat sheet or a visual selling tool to really help your users out there have the best experience. So as we move into the new products, the Hero 4 Session and the Hero Plus LCD, this camera is truly the lightest and the smallest GoPro that we have ever created. It is 50% smaller and 40% lighter than the current Hero 4. If you look at this camera, comparing it to the Hero 4, you can see that it's about the same size as just the GoPro lens itself. So whether you're throwing it on the top of your head, whether you're putting it on your chest, whether you're just using it on a three-way, it's 2.6 ounces. So it's going to feel as if it's not even there. As well as you'll be able to mount it in places that you maybe couldn't put the form factor of a Hero 4 or something in a waterproof housing. I mean, we can compare it, looking on the top of the helmet, for example, how much bigger this really is. So I mean, we can see this here, you can see how big and Teletubby style this looks sitting on the top of the head. It looks like I have my bun on my top of my head. And we compare that to this new session, how much smaller that really looks. Almost as if it's not there, not obtrusive, especially if you're doing stuff like mountain biking, where there might be trees right above your head. Last thing you want to do is get your camera ripped off because it hits a branch. That's happened to me a few times. Next is we can't sacrifice anything when it comes to the quality. That's what we're known for, is our the Emmy Award-winning quality when it comes to the images. So this thing is going to deliver 1440 at 30 for those extremely great 4x3 full HD resolutions. It's going to give you that 1080p at 60, which is like everybody's go-to mode, one of my favorite resolutions and settings. And then you can't, be a GoPro without having epic slow motion capabilities. So at 720 at 100 frames a second, going to give you all the power you need to slow stuff down, but still maintain that epic image quality. The other cool thing is it's going to build in an 8 megapixel sensor, and it can take up to 10 photos in a second. So this truly is designed to be the smallest, the lightest, and the most convenient GoPro that we have ever created. And one of the things is it's got a really unique one-button design. I'm able to just click the top button, and with one press of the button, the camera is going to power on. It's going to start recording in the default mode. And when I'm done and I'm ready to stop recording, I just click it again. It's going to stop recording, transfer all the content to the SD card, and then power off. So an incredible way to manage your battery, an incredible way when you're doing something active where you don't want to be worrying about fumbling with buttons and is it in the right mode, is it in the right resolution. Make it super convenient just to press and hold. But what if I want to take photos? What if I want to do time-lapse? Well, all I have to do is press and I hold it down for 3 to 4 seconds. It's going to power on the camera, and now it's taking photos at every half second. If you want to change that up, if you want to be able to access more things, we'll talk about how you get full control of the camera in the coming slides. Then that's where it really comes in with the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi. We'll talk about how you can maximize the Bluetooth and the Wi-Fi to get more control and full access of all the benefits that this camera has. The other great thing is we wanted to make this thing extremely durable and waterproof. I mean, it wouldn't be GoPro if it wasn't engineered to that GoPro quality, that it couldn't fall off somebody's head skydiving and land on the ground. Or what we were doing 2 weeks ago, we were in Oregon golfing with the Bryan brothers. They're famous trick shot golfers, and we were actually using this as a golf ball. They were chipping it out of the sand trap, and we hit it about 150 times with a golf club. And I still have the camera, I still use it, it's still sitting on my desk. And yes, the body has a few dents and things, but it still works, still is in perfect condition, and it wouldn't be that if we expected anything else. And the coolest part, no housing needed to take it underneath the water. It's waterproof to 10 meters right here in my hand. So whether I'm playing in the pool, whether I'm snorkeling, even scuba diving, this is going to get me pretty much everything I need, and never having to put it inside an extra housing. Never needing to worry, did I forget my waterproof housing that day, or did I seal it correctly? From there, you also have some really unique items. What happens, this is a cube, so it can be mounted in any direction in the housing. It can be mounted vertically, it can be mounted sideways, upside down. Because of the cube design, it will fit in the frame in any direction so that you can mount it in any place and really make sure you get the best camera angle. And what's cool is if you have the camera pointing up, it's going to be facing right side up. Well, if you flip it upside down, the camera will automatically recognize that and flip the image for you, so you don't have to do that in post. From there as well, you saw that amazing Nissan. That was a legendary car, it's brand new, and we were super excited to be a part of that. Well, one thing that you want to get is you want to get that amazing engine roar. You want to get that noise of the tires screeching. And with some cameras, it's very difficult because you're going to pick up a lot of wind noise. Going 200, 300 kilometers an hour, with traditional cameras, the wind noise is going to make the audio practically zero. All you're going to hear is wind. Well, there are 2 microphones in this camera, one on the front and one on the back. And there's some special software and an algorithm in the camera so that when you're going, and maybe it's on the front of the hood of your car, you're going 200 kilometers an hour, the camera will recognize the wind noise and flip from the front microphone to the back microphone, eliminating the wind noise. Or vice versa, maybe you have it mounted where the back is facing and it's pointed back at you, and you got a ton of wind noise coming at the back, it will switch to the front mic. So you're always ensuring you're going to get the best audio quality no matter what you're doing. In addition, the microphone is built just like our ear. But with no waterproof housing, the audio quality that you get on this camera is revolutionary. None of us have ever heard some of the sounds of surfing coming out of the water after you caught the most epic barrel and standing up there cheering at your friends. Some of the audio I've been able to hear from, we just recently went wakeboarding and wake surfing, and using this camera, I've never heard audio like that in water. Because even with my Hero 4, it's jam-packed inside that waterproof housing, which means it's going to be muffled, it's going to be hard to hear, and ultimately not ideal. And that's what's so great, is they put a special membrane inside the microphone that mimics the same anatomy of our ear. So just like when you go underwater, everything kind of sounds domed and muffled, but when you come out of the water, your ear membrane will drain the liquid, and within about a second you can start to hear normal. Well, they took that same concept and built that into our Hero 4 session. So when it's submerged, you can get good audio, but when it comes out, after about a second, the membrane will drain the water, and now you'll be hearing crystal clear audio as if it was never submerged underwater. We also have great features that we built in, just like our other cameras. We want to make it simple and easy to manage your content, so we built highlight tagging in. We built Pro Tune, so you can fine-tune your ISO as well as your sharpness right from the camera to give you those professional level settings. We'll talk about how we mount the camera next. I mean, the one thing is this is truly designed to be the most low-profile mount, and we'll talk about that when we talk about the things that come in the box. But we also want to make sure we talk about the other new camera in our lineup, because not everybody is that prosumer. Not everybody needs the smallest and the lightest. Somebody might just need something that's simple and easy to use. And so at the beginning of June, we launched the new Hero Plus LCD. Really designed to give that entry-level Hero customer the added benefits of a touchscreen and Wi-Fi, so that they can frame up their shots, that they can use it controlling the app and the remote. And so what you'll see here is very similar specs to the Hero, but we upped it to have 8 megapixels, so you get better image quality than the Hero. You also have a burst of up to 5 frames in a second. And again, even if you're at that entry level, we want to make sure you have that Emmy Award-winning image quality. And so we deliver 1080-60, 720-60 to give you all of those great resolutions and frame rates. And then again, the same GoPro durability and waterproof. So built into the housing just like the Hero, so that it's waterproof to 40 meters, and giving you one new feature that I'm really excited about. This is something that no other camera actually has in the lineup currently, and that is built-in video trimming. So once you've highlight tagged your moment, and you've marked where that epic fail, or maybe you crashed real hard and you marked it, now what you can do when you're reviewing the footage, I go skiing and you're riding up the chairlift, you got a lot of time to kill sometimes on the chairlift. Well, now with built-in video trimming, I can open up my camera, touch the LCD, go to that highlight tag, and if I love that moment, I can trim a 5, a 15, or a 30-second clip, hit save, and it will actually save that in the same resolution and frame rate to my SD card. So when I get home to offload it in the computer, I don't have to worry about going through my footage anymore and trying to find those little segments in the selects. I already have them pre-output into the device. And what's great, man, we wouldn't just build this into one camera. So in the near future, within the next 2 months, we're going to have this available for the Hero 4 Silver. And if you use an LCD touch backpack with the Hero 4 Black Edition, it will just come with a software update and a firmware update later this summer. So how does this look in the entire lineup, from entry level all the way to our high-end performance, our pro level? So we have our Hero and our Hero Plus LCD, truly giving our entry-level customer a great way to be a part of the GoPro family. Be proud to own one of those 2 cameras and know that they can utilize this with any of the mounts and accessories, use it in the same way our professional and our athletes do with the Black Edition, but simplify. Make it super easy, very intuitive, removing all those bells and whistles that my mom is never going to use, my little brother is never going to use, and that's really what these 2 cameras are driven for. Those people that just want something simple, easy, and they don't need pro level. My mom doesn't even know what 4K is. She doesn't need something like that. She doesn't even have a computer. I mean, if you're working on a computer from 2008, a Black Edition is going to be way too powerful for you. But hey, that's where we sit. We sit on this pro level side. Our athletes, our media team. And if you look at the Hero 4 lineup, we have 3 amazing cameras. We have the Bangarang, the Top Dog, the Performance Horse, and that is our Black Edition. There's the reason that we are known for the image quality and the things that a GoPro could do, because that Black Edition truly is one of the world's greatest capture devices that's ever been created. And then we look at the silver. It's the perfect balance between that professional level quality and also having that convenience of the touchscreen to frame up your shot, control your settings, and make it much more intuitive. And then now, we get to add one more camera to the lineup, the third one, and that's the Hero 4 Session that will allow us to have the smallest, the lightest, and the most convenient GoPro ever created, really giving you that ultra mountable and the flexibility to mount it in any place and anywhere. So if you are comparing specs, you might say, well yes, the Hero 4 Session is inferior with speeds and feeds. But what a Hero 4 Silver can't do is mount in some of these positions, in some of these locations. And so for someone like me, maybe a Hero 4 Session is far superior in benefits because of its ultra wearable, mountable flexibility. So really it becomes a decision for you. For me, the quality, the specs that the Hero 4 Session has is even beyond what I normally use. I hardly ever use 1440 because my computer has a hard time running the high resolution in frame rate. So using 720 and 1080 is what I normally use all the time, or 960, and that's all built in there. So you can see from start to finish, no matter who you are, we're truly building a camera for all of our consumers' needs. It was funny, we have an internal document that was talking about who's GoPro's demographic, and what are the age ranges, and what are the sexes. And I've never seen a company ever have a demographic that says everyone, and not just humans, it literally said everything. Because whether you're a dog, whether you're a cat, whether you're a giraffe, truly everybody is a consumer and a demographic for GoPro. And we want to make sure no matter where you are, whether you just need the simplicity of the Hero, or you are that professional, we have a camera in our lineup designed for your needs.